Alright, I'm back with another Destiny 2 video, and today I am going to go over this Hunter build that I've been using that is not a Void build. Everything is Void 3.0. I just saw a pretty cool Hunter Devour build, and now that you can get Devour on every class, that seems to be kind of the play. But this is centered around a new Hunter Stasis exotic that you have probably heard of, Renewal Grasps, and this has opened up kind of a lot of possibilities for hunters in terms of crazy kind of stasis synergy, and people a lot smarter than me and a lot better at the game than me have said that this is one of the best exotics in the game right now, especially for higher level content. So I will just go through this and then do a little bit of a run as I go through the story quest of the week here. We'll just start with Renewal Grasps. So, okay, this is the new pair of Hunter arms that I very much like the look of. They got the Braid Tech and the Black Armory stuff there. The point of this is a boost to Duskfield grenades. Your Duskfield grenades have a much larger effect radius. Allies inside the Duskfield take reduced damage, and targets inside the area deal reduced damage. So, when it says have a larger effect radius, it is freaking enormous. It is huge, and I believe it stacks with the Touch of Winter aspect, which already increases the size, and then it creates... So this says it creates a small stasis crystal on impact. When you increase the size of Duskfield using these gauntlets, that small stasis crystal becomes enormous. It is no longer a small stasis crystal, it is huge. And because of that, you can shatter it for all your other shatter effects and things, but also in terms of the damage reduction it gives you within that little sphere. If you are standing next to that, it stacks with Whisper of Chains. So when you're near frozen targets or a friendly stasis crystal, you take reduced damage from targets. So this is in addition to the damage reduction you are already getting from being in there, which adds up to a lot of damage reduction. I also understand why they nerfed Duskfield now. I think they nerfed Duskfield literally for this exotic, because if they didn't, like if this was still having suction to suck in enemies, with the radius on this thing is just so enormous that it would have been like stupidly broken if it sucked in PvE or PvP enemies. So I get it, and it kind of sucks for the other classes, but they have synergies with these other grenades, and I think that's why we ended up here, and why something like the Void Grenade then got the suction instead. While I'm here, I might as well just do my other aspects. I have Grim Harvest, which is defeating slowed or frozen combatants, create stasis shards, and these grant you melee energy. So we also have Shattering a Crystal, boost your grenade recharge rate. So you can shatter the crystal in the middle of this, which will help boost you to get more grenade recharge back. And then this increases the damage and size of stasis crystals or frozen targets. This is just kind of a standard thing here. They last season they buffed Whisper Fisher's damage against enemies, PvE enemies. Defeating slowed or frozen targets grants your class ability energy. So everything in your bubble is going to be frozen. And I have Gambler's Dodge on, which recharges your melee, so you're going to be getting a lot of Throwing Star ice things back. And then Whisper of Hunger, increasing melee energy gains from picking up stasis shards. So this is even more recharge, cost me mobility and recovery, but we're making that up in some other areas, so it kind of works out. I know my mobility is pretty low. I'm not really good at like arranging stats correctly. I know that's kind of an issue I have, but this is fun anyway, and I like it. So, okay, so we go through the weapons here. So there are a few options for this. There are a number of new stasis weapons that you can have in this primary slot. One that I have used sometimes is Forensic Nightmare, but what I have found, this is not done being fully leveled, so this is not the exact roll I want, but when you put Headstone on this, I don't love it because I just find it a lot harder to consistently proc Headstone on SMGs. They're just a little too unreliable for me, whereas this Pulse Rifle is very good at proccing Headstone all the time. Even if it's a little further out. There is also a Scout Rifle that can proc Headstone that is not craftable. It's the slow... I don't have it on this character, but it was like the slow firing whatever one that is not that great. But this feels pretty good, and it has the fundamental Suros perk where You get bonus handling, which is nice. And then I just have minor spec on it for a further boost. I could probably put something else on there. And then I'll just go down here really quick to Palmyra B. This is not done leveling yet. This is not the role I want. I want auto-loading and something. Lasting impression. I'm not sure what's supposed to be in this perk. Maybe the chill clip one. I don't know. But you definitely want auto-loading. You want enhanced auto-loading because it's one of the best enhanced perks of the game. You may have noticed a lot of people using this in the raid with auto-loading because enhanced auto-loading takes the time down pretty, like, the amount of time you need to get the rocket back in the chamber is really low now. So I am in the midst of leveling this still. And this is also a precision frame, so it fires a small tracking missile, so you don't need tracking. I already put impact casing on it. And I want, there's one that's better than this for projectile speed. Volatile launch? I don't remember. Something like that. I also need a better shader. So this is the default shader, and it's not great. So this also does increase damage to vehicles, turrets, barricades, and stasis crystals. This thing is nuts against tanks. Like, there's not too many instances of this in the game in terms of, like, where you can actually use the, like, damage against vehicles thing, but this really wrecks tanks, I'll say that. I will say one other bonus of if you use the Hake Scout Rifle has the Hake trait, so you can shatter your own stasis crystals a lot easier than maybe the Suros one, but that Scout Rifle is not the best to begin with. The other thing about using both of these stasis weapons is that you have, on this build, you have Font of Might. That's the one, right? Yeah, okay. So picking an elemental well that matches your subclass energy type grants a temporary bonus to weapon damage of that same elemental type. I believe that bonus is like 25%, maybe it's 20%, but it's 25%, and that will work on both the Pulse and the rocket launcher. And you are spawning elemental wells through Melee Wellmaker. And as I've talked about with all the other melee stuff you constantly have up, you are making wells all the time. So you are pretty much always going to have that buff up unless you're just hitting a huge drought of enemies. I also have Orb Generation just with Harmonic Siphon because I have 2 out of my 3 weapons that are using that. I have the Suros Synergy thing extended here just because you can also change that to the other one. Just for my other weapon, I do have my Glaive on right now just because I'm about to run some, whatever it's called, Psyops things, and Suppressing Glaive is back on, and that's just like an instant stun on any enemy. You can put whatever, like as you can see, I don't even have an exotic in this lineup. You can put whatever exotic you want in the middle slot here. You can use this. This is a new catalyst, but I mean, there's plenty of options. But the Glaive, I think, with suppressing is just kind of overpowered right now. So I've been using that pretty consistently for a lot of activities. Back to armor. What else do we have on? So yeah, for these kind of champion activities, I have Unstoppable Pulse on. So that's just quick aim for stunning all those ogres and things. And then I have, that gives me, because I'm not doing Suppressing Glaive for 5 energy, that gives me room for Grenade Kickstart. When your grenade energy is fully expended, you gain grenade energy. So this just automatically reduces your cooldown by like a pretty solid amount. You could also do Melee Kickstart. Maybe that would be better, but I feel like I have enough melee recharging things as is. On here, we have these double damage reduction things, which I'm finding are very essential. We have Bountiful Wells, so that is going to spawn 2 wells every time I would have normally spawned 1 well, and that is on the melee things. And we also have Elemental Shards, so Stasis Shards count as Stasis Elemental Wells, and you are creating those Stasis Shards every time you use the melee. And then picking up an Orb of Power grants, ability energy, so that's why I'm creating orbs with that helmet perk. And last thing here, Elemental Armaments. This is even more wells if you're just using your stasis weapons consistently, which you will be doing. And then Suppressing Glaive, because Suppressing Glaive is overpowered. And I think that is it for kind of the general setup of the build here. I will launch myself into a Psyops, because last time I did a build, people were like, do the build like in action or something. So we will see how this goes here. All right, so we are running the EDZ one. Good start, good start. I don't know why I got up. I normally don't kill those guys ever. The This is the first one that came. We did not get a new one this week. And here is the giant Duskfield grenade. So as you can see, it is huge, like stupidly huge, and it's just unbelievable. So okay, so when you do that, you spawn 2 elemental wells and a stasis shard usually. My grenade is back all the time. When I shatter my crystal, you can see my grenade recharge gain already from that, which is pretty crazy. And then when I have downtime, I can use the glaive. My dodge is back almost instantly. You're going to be spamming melee a lot. That's kind of a key fundamental part of this. The range on that is so big, you're going to freeze a lot more enemies than normal, just because you're going to catch just way more. You don't even need them to, like, you know, be trapped inside there because of just how wide the thing is. It's really enormous. And like many other builds this season, this is just about kind of having your abilities up like all the time. You can, if you're feeling like you're getting damaged, you just hop inside here and you are fully protected. Okay, oh, I forgot, these light guys are here. Okay, so we have to kill these dudes. As you can see, I pretty much have a permanent buff for my weapons up all the time. Oop. Protect myself. See? Nope, that didn't work. I had to I was too close to death there, but I should have done that earlier. But anyway, I was still freezing guys, even though I was dead. But all right, now we'll go down here. The hunter thing has crazy ricochet still, like really crazy ricochet. All of these shards are giving me my melee back. They will spawn wells. There is like some cooldown on that, but it's pretty low, so not a huge deal. Just spawn this whenever we feel like it. And we will wait for a champion to spawn. Already completed some sort of bounty. Alright, what do we have? Alright, this is the unstoppable guy, so we'll just do that. I don't have any heavy. I think he already got deleted by something. And yeah. There's headstone, get some heavy. Did I not pick up the heavy up there? I feel like I forgot. Does that ever happen to you where you get on your sparrow and then a lucent moth is chasing you and then it instantly blows up your sparrow? That happens to me all the time right there. And then your sparrow's like dead for a certain amount of time. That happens a lot. But yeah, so I think a better version, more perfected version of this build is viable for probably very, very high-end content. You can keep in mind protect your entire team with that stasis thing, and it can kind of protect you in a lot higher damage situations than even what you're going to get in a normal psyops run here. But the damage reduction is very significant and stacks with other stasis abilities, other resist perks, and things like that. So you are in a very good set. All right. I think someone else is using it too, or at least some version of it. Not with the crystal in the middle, but I could have Shatter Dive on this, but yeah. That would kind of negate all my melee stuff. So yeah, so crystal, crystal, crystal. Like, just get everything back really quickly. Nope. And then, oh yeah, you have a super too that I forget to use, but that does exist. Just freeze everything here. Like, I have half my grenade back by the time I'm done shattering the crystal in the middle of the first grenade. And I'm at 99% by the time I finish that sentence. So you can really get it back quick with all this stuff stacked up. And so you're just kind of spamming that all of the time for loads and loads of protection. Now these guys are going to spawn here. Just kill all of them. So you can just leave crystals up for when you need them. So you can just shatter them for either damage or just to recharge your grenade, which works. So that's another good thing about Headstone and all the stasis synergy here, even though Void is getting all the attention. Just the fact that that's as big of a stasis crystal as it is now, is very fun. And it can literally just, you can hide behind it, it's so big. I think it might even be bigger than a Headstone crystal. I think it's the ultimate size of stasis crystal you can get. I need to unbind my charge melee. That's one thing I need to do for this build. Okay. Oops. I missed him. Doot, doot, doot. Okay, you're dead. As you can see, I'm not really using my glaive here, but there's no real reason to. Alright, I'm gonna freeze this dude. Use the glaive there. So, get all the ricochet damage going here. And then, yeah, probably time to finally use my super, huh? Crystals everywhere, wells everywhere, shards everywhere. Amazing. I really love this build. No, the champion, no! Guys, you're going too fast, you're killing me. Oh well, it doesn't really matter. Alright, we will glaive boop you. Also, yeah, suppressing for psyops is good because these dudes will go into their light mode, and it's good to just suppress them out of that. Gonna have damage reduction here. Well, not enough. I didn't suppress him enough. I love how I'm doing this like damage reduction build and I'm the only one who's died in this scenario. I'm just playing too risky. Okay, are you captured yet? Be captured. Come on. The downside about using your glaive is that you can't do the melee attack when you have it up, which I kind of forget about sometimes, but... Also, heavyweight is on today, so if you see me doing like crazy damage with the rocket launcher, that's not like the most accurate thing in the world. Alright, put a field down. Scatter these dudes. Is he dead? There we go. Alright. He's gone, so we're gonna wait for the ogre. Actually, we'll spam some of these dudes. Alright, where is he? More ogre deaths than anything in this, for sure. Good use of shield, even though we need the elemental light things to actually kill him. Where'd he go? Where's he over here? Yeah, he's dead. Okay. So now we are back. Just gonna spam that a bit. Gonna douse him in ice. Gotta suppress him out of that. Nope, nope. Hard pass. Oh, you were suppressed, you cheater. Alright, so he's dead already. Oops, I just dodged not near any enemies. Gotta get the ogre again. Yeah, that normally I don't think would be a one-shot, but just gonna mob clear a little bit as I work my way around to boop. Okay. Let's just shatter that crystal. Alright, I'm slacking. My teammates are doing all the heavy lifting on the kills there. Final stage, he always just gets bursted, but as you can see, it's just a very fun build in a lot of ways. If you are better than me, you can play it in a more interesting way, I'm sure, but just so many wells and shards and things, so your abilities will be up all the time. You synergize damage with stasis weapons. There's just tons and tons of synergy in here because of how stasis aspect and fragments work and all the new stasis weapons we have, plus that new exotic just for a fun little bonus. I maintain they should change backrest to increase the damage of stasis weapons because that would make more sense and be another stasis exotic. Oh, I triple weapon leveled up. Nice. I gotta go collect some intel. And yeah, I'm done. But that is the build. You can try it out if you want. There's not... All you got to do is run a lost sector and get that, and you will be good to go. I don't need any of these because I don't have a crafted version of that. Oh, that's not bad. So this is the rifle I was talking about, where this can roll headstone, but I always love a good rapid hit explosive payload, so I'm probably going to keep that. Yeah, so that's it. Give it a try. Let me know what you think, and thanks for watching. I'll talk to you guys soon. Take care.